I'm Ross Cooper. I wanted to describe my pets, African giant rat pets, Cricetomys gambianus, that I rescued in Zimbabwe and subsequently studied over many years, writing 3 books published on Lulu. And my first book was Benny the African Giant Rat, second African Giant Rats an Essay, and the third Physiology, Care and Ecology of the African Giant Rat, and that's a textbook, all published on Lulu Press under Dr. Ross Gordon Cooper. And here's an example of a painting done by a friend of mine of an African giant rat. Notice it's a big rat, it's got a white tip to its tail, very friendly and clean rat, and it's been used to detect landmines and tuberculosis, and also has been kept as an exotic pet throughout the world. This is an example of a giant rat sewn by a friend of mine, and here's an example of just a general rat toy, plastic one. My 2 rats lived for, my 2 rats lived for 7 and 7.5 years respectively. One was Benny, another Julie. I rescued them from dogs that had chased them up trees as babies, and I raised them and studied them. They're incredibly friendly, and I used to feed them a whole host of natural foods as I'd rescued them as wild babies, including natural seeds, fruits, avocados, and I also used to give them cereal, dog biscuits, and some protein in the form of cooked chicken. They also like to eat an occasional insect like a locust. They grew tremendously quickly, and Benny was almost, from nose tip to tail, almost a meter. They lived happily together, but they never bred, and that was probably because the female, Julie, was a sister rat in the colony, so she wasn't the matriarch, which was the only one that breeds. She was a sister rat, and they probably were related as brother and sister, so never bred. But this gave me ample opportunity to study them and measure their various physiological parameters. I successfully wrote a kid's book on Benny, and that was then followed by an essay and growing articles on the internet, starting with Netscape and then journal articles, rat magazine articles, and finally culminating in my textbook on this giant rat. Was a pleasure to do and to study. And I'm running a Facebook site, African Giant Pouch Rats, where I have lots of friends. And I've met up with people from Apopo. I've also had a lot of friends and met them from UK Pouchies, and also from the National Pouch Rat Society. So if you're interested in African giant rats, I highly recommend you get one. They're wonderful to keep, and their babies are absolutely gorgeous. And you can also buy my 3 books, as they really will help you study the rat and learn about it and how to look after it. They're in great detail and enjoyable as well. So those are some of the exotic pets I did have in starting off in Zimbabwe. Okay, so all the best with your African giant rats, and God bless you, stay safe and look after each other. Take care. Bye now. Cheers. Bye.